Open your fridge right now. A cold bottle of soda, leftover pizza, yogurt that stays fresh for weeks, maybe strawberries that are shipped from distant countries, but your earliest ancestors would never recognize any of this as food. So the real question is, what did early humans actually survive on? The answer is far more shocking than most people imagine today. Scientists have spent decades uncovering clues hidden in caves, fossilized teeth, ancient fire pits, and shattered bones. And the deeper they dig, the stranger the story becomes. To understand what humans were really eating, we need to go back nearly 3 million years. Your earliest ancestors were not hunters standing heroically with spears. They were scavengers. When a lion killed an animal on the African plains, it ate first. The muscle, the organs, the soft tissue packed with nutrients. Then hyenas moved in, crushing ribs and tearing apart whatever remained. By the time humans arrived, there was almost nothing left. Almost. Scattered around the carcass were thick leg bones, bones so dense that even hyenas struggled to crack them open. And that, early humans picked up rocks and smashed the bones apart. Inside was marrow, warm fat sealed deep inside the skeleton. Dense calories protected from every other scavenger on Earth. To your ancestors, marrow was treasure. They scooped it out with their fingers and ate it raw, greasy, bloody, rich with energy, and they did the same thing with skulls, because the brain is mostly fat, and fat was survival. This is why your body still craves fatty food today. Somewhere deep inside you, your biology still thinks calories are rare. But humans didn't survive on meat alone. They ate insects too, termites, beetles, grubs hidden inside dead trees, thick white larvae packed with protein and fat. To modern people, that sounds disgusting. To ancient humans, it was dinner. For hundreds of thousands of years, this was normal life, searching constantly, eating whatever the environment allowed, never knowing when food would come again. Then humanity discovered something that changed everything forever: fire. The oldest known evidence of controlled fire was found in a cave in South Africa, nearly 1 million years old. And once humans learned to cook, our species began to transform. Cooking breaks food down before it even enters your body. Meat becomes softer. Plants release more nutrients. Your stomach spends less energy digesting and absorbs more calories from every bite. Scientists believe this changed human evolution itself. As cooked food provided more usable energy, the human digestive system became smaller and more efficient, and the extra energy went somewhere else, to the brain. Your brain is only a tiny percentage of your body weight, yet it consumes enormous amounts of energy every single day. Raw plants alone could never sustain it. Cooking may have helped create the modern human mind, and once humans mastered fire, the menu expanded dramatically. People hunted massive animals like bison, wild horses, and mammoths. They caught fish from rivers and coastlines. They gathered berries, nuts, roots, mushrooms, eggs, and wild grains. But one food became especially valuable: honey. For ancient humans, honey was one of the richest substances in nature. Pure sugar, instant energy. Some hunter-gatherer groups today still risk painful stings and dangerous climbs just to reach wild beehives, because the reward is worth it, and your brain still remembers that reward. That craving you feel for sugar, it did not begin with candy or soda. It began thousands of generations ago, when sweetness meant survival. Your body learned a simple rule: eat high-energy food whenever you find it, because tomorrow there may be nothing. Modern food companies discovered that ancient survival instinct and built entire industries around it. Soft drinks, candy, ice cream, processed snacks. Your brain reacts to them the same way your ancestors reacted to honey dripping from a hive. But sugar wasn't the only craving evolution burned into you. Humans also became obsessed with meat. One large animal could feed an entire group for days. A successful hunt meant fewer hours searching for food, and more time to make tools, protect children, and build communities. Food shaped civilization itself. But archaeology reveals an even darker chapter of human history. In caves across Europe, scientists discovered human bones treated the same way as animal remains. Broken open for marrow, cut with stone tools, carefully processed, and in some cases, there were plenty of other animals nearby. This wasn't always starvation. Sometimes, it may have been ritual. Ancient humans were far more complex, and far more disturbing than most people imagine. And it gets stranger. Before refrigeration existed, humans often stored meat underground, in caves, or in cold water for long periods. By the time they returned, the meat had already begun decomposing. They ate it anyway. Some researchers believe humans even developed a taste for partially fermented meat because bacteria softened it and increased certain nutrients. Your body still carries echoes of that behavior today. Cheese, yogurt, pickles, sourdough bread, fermentation is controlled decay. The modern world feels far removed from ancient survival, but your instincts haven't changed nearly as much as you think. Every craving for sugar, salt, fat, and protein comes from a brutal world where missing a meal could mean death. Your body still believes that world exists. So tonight, when you open the fridge for no reason, when you reach for something sweet even when you're full, you're not just eating. You're running a survival program that has been alive for millions of years.